How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is Victor again, and I'm doing an unboxing of the Sideshow collectibles Logan. All right, this is the regular Logan, one of the first pieces that they made, and it's a kind of crazy piece. You know what I'm saying? So for those who have it, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people weren't too happy with the size of his head. It was they said it was just too big. But you gotta understand one thing, man. I don't care what you do in the movies, you know, Hugh Jackman. Wolverine was not a diva, and he was not a pretty boy at all. So, for them to try to portray him as such makes no sense. He was a hairy little son of a bitch. That's what he was. Now, this is weird, right? Because in them days, they just packed them in sideways on the boxes. It's not like they do now the long way. So that's kind of, I don't know, all right. And I'm having the pleasure of actually owning one of the first PFs. And it's just as stubborn to get out just like the other ones, so. But it's neatly wrapped. I think they used the good Scotch tape. Comes right off, guys. I'll put that here. I might need that later. All right, now this is gonna be the first time I'm actually seeing this in person myself. But, oh, that's nice. You see that? If y'all didn't, you'll see it again. It has a slider box. Look at this. All right, so that is kind of cool. We've never really seen that before. I don't even think we needed to do that. Here we go. I'm telling you, man, this is like the first time I've ever seen a box like this. Makes it even cooler. Alrighty. Let me put this fragile. Alrighty, so let me get all this stuff out of the way. And let's see the Sideshow name up, guys. And basically, there was no exclusives in those days. You know, this was it. And basically, this is just a two-piece. But it has a crazy feature that they haven't done again. And I'm going to try to show it to you. And remember, somebody else owned this. I bought this off of eBay. Person was real cool. They kept in communication with me to make sure I got it and everything. You know, you'll find a lot of pleasant people on eBay, and all you got to do is ask questions and talk to them, you know what I mean? And it's a lot easier than people think. And you know what? I'm going to make a video one of these days on how I interact with people on eBay and the questions you ask that kind of softens things up between the buyer and the seller. You know what I mean? I've always been a hustler, kind of say, and I do get my statues for cheap because I'm a little persistent, but not overbearing. All right? So, I'm opening her up. And of course, I'm going to take out the base. And it's an X-Men base. Old school style. Not basically like those bases are a lot thicker. This is a little thinner. But remember, first ones. And I'm just going to pull them out because it's a solid piece. But it seems to have wiring around his arms to hold it still, I believe. Or for his claws. But I'm more than sure that they have a protective foam on the claws and tape and whatever else they want to put here. Yep, see, foam goes on the claws. I'm just gonna try to do a little something here that I shouldn't, but The claws seem to be a little bent, but I'm looking at them and I just want to see what's going on, and I'm just going to place them here first because I really want to make sure that there was no damage to the claws, because it looks like they were a little bent. I'm going to take my time with it. I'm not going to really overdo it. There's no need to, because they seem like they're out of a metal-ish. If it snaps right now, then you can curse with me when I do it. But I'm doing this all in front of you guys so you can see that they are a little sensitive, they're a little delicate. You know what I mean? So if you work with them gently enough, it should be okay. You know? Now here's the feature I was telling you about, because that seems to be okay if you look at it. Alright? The arms, they kind of bend a little bit. So I try to get it up like this right here. I want to get my arm up here like that. But I really don't think it needs anything. And look, yeah, they bend real nice too. Look at that. But I like it just the way it is. Hand up, hand down, ready to go. Tell you these blades, I was reading online about them. The blades, they say get a little loose, but with a little bit of glue, you get everything the way it's supposed to be. And everything should be fine. And I'm still caught up with this, but perfect. I'm gonna bend this one just slightly, not a lot, really not a lot. All right? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take the camera. Thank you very much, my lovely assistant. Now, this is the Logan premium format. He has his jacket, has a real zipper on it, jeans, polystone cowboy boots. It's a multimedia type statue, which means it has different types of material on it. With the real soft arms, even though it's solid enough, but it's not, it's like a real bulge muscle here, thin enough here, and you can feel where it would bend. I say that that's just perfect the way he's standing with his cigar in his mouth. And I'm gonna give you the close-up of the cigar so that way you can see what I'm talking about. Now, this is the part where everybody has the problem that I've been reading about. It's the size of his head. They're saying that it's too big for the body, but I don't think so. I think it's just perfect, you know? I'm gonna fix his shirt a little bit here, you know? And if you look, you can see he needs to be straightened out a little bit, but that's all right, I can fix that. He has what they were touting online was the American Eagle belt buckle. Like a leather belt, his claws, real denim jeans, real denim, cowboy boots, and a faux leather jacket with the fur trim, and this is what I was looking for. A pair of dog tags, guys. You know? Don't worry, I'll get him all nicely fixed up. Because, man, this is really cool. I mean, at first I looked at it and I was like, eh. But then the more I looked at it, I was saying, dang, you know, this is a closer portrayal of Logan, you know? The cigar chomping, beer drinking, bar brawling, little feral type guy. That if you look, he has the hairs on his chest. Let me give you a little shot of this. And I'm going to sharpen it up for you. The hairs on his chest are all sculpted. You see that he's standing ready to go, man. Like, what? You talking about my mama? He ready to go, you know? But the dog tags, I mean, but everything is so nice. His chest, his stomach, everything is sculpted. Right from the wife beater. And online, people calling this a vest. I don't get it. It's a wife beater. and the rest of the clothing attire that he usually wears. Okay, so check it out. I'm really digging this statue, guys. You know what I'm saying? You tell me what you think. Give me some feedback. And man, subscribe if you haven't already, man. There are better things to come, more things to talk about. And I want to thank everybody who's supported me, who's been watching my channels, who have subscribed already. You know what I'm saying? Guys, thank you so much. And I'm going to do my own personal shout-out video for all the people that have looked out and been up there with me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, yo, peace out. Have a good one. And I will see you soon.